All right, welcome back. For today, we're doing something a little different. We are checking out the Bambu Lab A1 Mini and comparing it to the A1. So with the A1 Mini, one thing that I noticed just taking it out of the box a few moments ago is, of course, it has a smaller build and frame size. But the other thing that I like is that it's mostly all put together already, which is a big improvement from the A1. The A1 took me about 1.5 to 2 hours to put together, while for the A1 Mini, it is mostly completely put together out of the box. So it's a completely different experience. What else I can mention is, for the quick start, I'm just going to walk us through it so we can see together what comes with the A1 Mini. So it comes with a spool holder, which is right here. It comes with an accessory box. And in our case for the accessory box, which is right here, this contains all the standard stuff that you would need to maintain the A1, which includes, grease, something to clean the nozzle, a cable clipper, and a few other things needed to complete the install. The item that came for free, or quote unquote for free, with this from Maker World is the LED lamp kit designed by Lynn and Gleason. So with this kit, what you would do is scan the QR code. It would take you to the Bambu Handy app, or Maker World essentially, and you would be able to print and send the print to the Bambu A1 Mini. And then you would pair that with the electronics that are in here to completely finish your LED lamp kit. All right, let's continue on with what's in the box. You'll see that there's a purge wiper, and this purge wiper is very similar to the one that you get on the Bambu Lab A1. Then you have a PTFE tube that's going to be used for your single roll spool, which makes sense. And you can see that right here. I think the setup of the A1 Mini is a lot simpler. It comes with sample filament, which we have over here. And this is the exact same filament sample that is included with the A1. It doesn't seem big enough, just enough to print out maybe 1 or 2 benchies. But thankfully over here I have a full 2.2 pound roll of spool filament. We have our build plate, which is already attached, and it accepts PLA, ABS, and PETG. It's the bamboo textured PEI plate, exact same one that comes on the A1, but it's sized for the build plate of the A1 Mini. And of course, this quick start guide, which we're reading right here. All right, it also comes with the tools that I showed you in the bag, which is the pen tool, the H2 hex, the Allen keys, the scraper blade, the spool holder base, and grease and oil, cable organizer, and a couple of screws. All right, and I'm just going to quickly go through the setup guide for setting up the Z-axis, removing the foam padding, which we've already done, locking the heat bed by tightening in the 3 screws, sliding in the purge wiper unit, which is this right here. Very similar process to doing it on the Bambu Lab A1. Installing the screw for the purge wiper. screwing in the spool holder base, which is a little different from the A1, and then also adding in your external spool if you're not using the AMS. One thing to note is you can use the AMS with this, with the Bambu Lab A1 Mini. So if you ever need to, you could hook it up or potentially come up with your own AMS system. But it's a very straightforward setup for this. But everything you need is already done for you, which is what I really like. I think the intention was for this to be the starter unit for most people, and they might work themselves up to an A1 that's in a different price range. And then of course you power it on and you connect it to your Wi-Fi and you download the app and you do your first prints of the Benchy. Let's go over the specs really quickly. The build size is 180 by 180 by 180 for the body. Let's see, anything else? Max build plate temperature is 80 degrees Celsius. And it supports all the filaments that the A1 does as well. And I think that is about it. Has a slot for the micro SD card that should come with it. In fact, it's right over here. Sorry for flipping it over, but it's right over there. And connects to your Wi-Fi. And it uses the same Bambu Handy app and can also use Bambu Studio. So that's it. A much simpler setup. I believe it will be a very nice starter kit for anyone who wants to get into 3D printing. And as I mentioned in other videos, I think this build size is quite nice. I think this would be used for most of the prints that I've done with the Bambu Lab A1. I would say that this would have sufficed for most of them. So if you are dipping your toe into 3D printing, I definitely recommend getting the A1 Mini. If you know that later on down the line you're going to want to make bigger projects, things that builds where you need multiple plates and multiple pieces to print, then you may want to go with the larger A1 over the A1 Mini. Has a slightly larger build plate size of 256 by 256 millimeters by 256. So there you have it. But if you just want to print off some standard things, I think this works just fine. I also believe that this will probably be a lot more stable than the A1, but time will tell as we do testing and do comparisons. All right. Do you have any questions about the Bambu Lab A1 Mini? If so, leave your questions down below in the comments section. Would love to hear from you. And I can test and see how it compares to the A1. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care.